Gentlemen, California is on fire again. Thomas Fire explodes overnight. This is Ventura County out in California. Maybe our queen, the true royal family, will give us some updates on this as we go along. But over 27,000 people have been evacuated. And we remember the Napa fires, it was nothing standing. So this one looks equally as bad, y'all. It looks pretty bad. I'm going to go ahead and play the video.
It's not a good day in Ventura County.
Let's get right to breaking news. This is in Ventura County. The brush fire is 31,000 acres with no containment. We should remind you that we're calling this a Thomas fire. One person has died. 150 buildings have been destroyed.
More than 260,000 customers in Ventura, Oxnard, Camarillo, Santa Barbara have no power this morning. 27,000 people have been ordered to evacuate. A number of neighborhoods are all under evacuation orders. Let's go to Cara Finstrom right now. Cara, tell us your location and give us the latest.
Yeah, we're just off of Island View Drive, Jeff, and behind us, take a look. One home after another has been going up in flames here. Firefighters doing the best they can to protect and save these homes and tell us they are moving from neighborhood to neighborhood once they believe a home is lost, because that could possibly mean they could save 5 others on a nearby street. We spoke with one Santa Barbara firefighter here who told us very frustrating, and you can see some of the embers whipping up there. Very frustrating for the firefighters here. They arrived on this block when the neighbors were still outside and were trying to save their homes for them, but they said, you know, they got the fires out and they just kept reigniting. So at this point, this cul-de-sac largely burning at this point. Firefighters do keep coming up, checking on it, but they're also moving into other neighborhoods now as this fire continues to spread. We did speak with one Ventura County firefighter captain, a firefighting captain, and he told us that with the dangers out here, I mean, we've got not only the winds and these embers flying, but also some gas leaks that firefighters are dealing with. It is so important for people to evacuate as soon as they're asked to.
This is clearly a disaster, and so when we were driving over from our original command post over in Santa Paula to this new command post here, I literally saw fire the entire way from Santa Paula all the way here to Ventura, just miles and miles of fire line. And so that's, unfortunately, when we have a wind-driven fire, those are the conditions that we see, and the fire at some points was spotting a mile ahead of itself. So we kind of, this is unfortunately the ugly side of fire, and this is kind of what we're presented with. It's smoky, everybody has stuff in their eyes, and the good thing is, and we want to thank all the people that have evacuated. When people evacuate, prior to us getting our fire engines into those areas, that helps tremendously.
And we've also got some video here from the Sexton Canyon area. We know 4 or 5 homes, at least on Villa Arroyo there, went up in flames this morning. Another 3 on Horizon Drive, which is nearby. Folks in that area also evacuating overnight. Also, we know that there were at least 3 different apartment complexes, neighbors here tell us, went up in flames. So really, firefighters going from neighborhood to neighborhood here this morning. Jeff and Sharon trying to get a handle on this, doing what they can to protect what they can. And we can tell you at the same time that it's been really moving to see some folks who live outside of the area coming in. They told us they've been grabbing hoses out of people's yards, wetting down some of the surrounding areas, not getting right into the thick of it, but doing the best they can to make sure they can help out their neighbors in need.
Hey, Cara, if you can hear me, are there any firefighters in the area where you are right now?
You know what? We had a fire truck here just a few minutes ago, but right before we came to you, but it has now left. That's what we've been seeing all morning long. They drive up, they kind of check, and then they've been going from neighborhood to neighborhood.
All right, just a good idea from an old reporter here. If there's not a fire truck there, probably a good idea for you to have our truck
There you go. It
out.
just came back, Jeff.
Okay, good.
Good advice.
Did you see it, Jeff? It just came back.
Good.
Yeah.
You want that protection.
Be safe. Let's check in with CBS News' Candace Crone, and she is live in the city of Santa Paula this morning. Candace, what can you tell us?
Yeah, we're on Munger Street, just off of Foothill Boulevard, and we've been watching this fire spread. It's just jumping the hillside. At some point, it looks like it burns out parts of that hillside, but then it just shifts directions. You can see that orange glow. It's just getting brighter, which means the fire is spreading on the other side of the hill. And Roger, if you'll pan over to the right, that hillside actually just went up, probably within the last 30 minutes or so. There's hundreds of homes in this neighborhood, all under mandatory evacuation. Most of the people have left, but a few people have stayed behind to try to wet down their properties and to just kind of watch the fire. Now, the smoke has also shifted directions because of the wind. We've got gusts probably about 30 miles an hour out here. Just about an hour ago, it wasn't that bad, the smoke, but now it's gotten a lot thicker as the wind switches direction. So for the most part, we've seen several engines come and go down Foothill Boulevard, but this part of the ridge, it's not really accessible. There's one road that leads to the ridge on that side, but the other ridge, there isn't a road. So firefighters are going to have to bring in a helicopter to try and put out those flames as it, keeps going this morning. So probably at sunrise, they're going to have to bring out those helicopters to try and attack this hillside. But for the most part, they have been working very diligently to try and put out the flames on this hillside. The neighbor who lives at this home says that he's got a friend who lives up there. He just called him. He said that his house has not burned down, so that's a bit of good news, but we don't know how many homes haven't burned as well. There's probably about 30 or 40 on that hillside. Again, the wind just continues to push this fire, and it just keeps spreading. We've been watching it for the last hour and just keeps moving.
All right, Candace.
Candace, thanks very much for that. We want to tell you about schools that are affected in that area as well. All schools in the Santa Paula School District are closed today. All students at the Thomas Aquinas College, they're evacuated as well. There is no school there. They went to homes of friends. They went to faculty homes, alumni. Classes have been canceled for today.
And here are the evacuation centers that have been set up: Ventura County Fairgrounds on Harbor Boulevard, Ventura Nordoff High School on Maricopa Highway as well.
Wow. Y'all, this is two massive California fires just months apart. And they already said over 150 homes are gone. And this thing is being pushed by winds that are blowing at 30 miles an hour. The True Royal Family, Queen, if you're seeing this video, please give us some updates, because I know you're right there in California and you probably can get better information than anyone else anyway. Please leave your comment and subscribe, and don't forget to hit on that notification bell. Peace, family.